Well, that was an interesting post-game.
Yeah.
From David Fizdale, and a couple of things he said. First and foremost, as we talked about right at the beginning of the show, this was the first time you saw the spirit drop from the Knicks, when normally they kept battling through. They were very resilient. Shots weren't falling. It was affecting them. He said mentally, he used the phrase, let go of the rope.
Yep.
And I think we can all agree that's what we saw tonight. And for a team that's like this, a young team, don't have a ton of all-star talent around here, you do that, you're going to get blown out. But what he said about tweaking the starting lineup, what we've talked about this before. We talked about actually the previous game. He wants more defense at the start of the game. He's already got Lance Thomas and Frank Ntilikina in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
How much more defense can you add?
Yeah, that's true. You need someone that can score the basketball a little bit too, especially when a team like Miami had 45 points in the third quarter. They just got hot from outside. I mean, everything they threw up was going in, and that's demoralizing and deflating as a player when you're trying to defend and those threes start falling, and then you got to get out to the shooters. That opens up driving lanes. That opens up alley-oop dunks for Hassan Whiteside. So the Knicks just got to, watch this film. Maybe not even watch this film. Maybe just forget about it. Move on to the Golden State Warriors. They got another game in 2 days, and forget about this one and take the positives from the first 4 games and kind of flush this one down the toilet.
There was plenty of film to watch on the Warriors, that's for sure,
right.
trying to guard that team of 5 All-Stars. All right, well, let's just talk about some plays that did work for the Knicks tonight, and both of them involving Frank Ntilikina, who led the team with 5 assists. Here, he knocks down one of the 3-pointers in that first half on a nice play.
It was a nice play, and Trey Burke, again, facilitating the play, doing a good job as the point guard, making things happen. And we've seen a lot of plays where Kanter's setting the screen. Now, freeze it there. Now, here goes Kanter rolling to the basket. It's possible that Trey Burke could hit him over the top for a dunk, but instead, all the defense is drawn in to the paint because of Enes Kanter rolling to the basket. He draws all this attention. Dragic coming to help, Tyler Johnson coming to help, and then off the swing pass, Frank Ntilikina wide open here at the wing for the 3. That's good offense. Trey Burke knows that's going in. He doesn't even watch it. So that's a nice little play. And those are the type of plays that Miami was getting the whole entire third quarter. They were just running that pick and roll. Whiteside was rolling to the basket, sucking in the defense. That kickback pass was open for Richardson threes quite a bit in that third quarter, too.
Well, and another one of the plays that really worked for Miami was the drive and then the lob to Whiteside, which was very difficult to defend. And you watch this and you think, boy, the Knicks have a guy on their bench, and he can do this too. And it wasn't until the fourth quarter that we saw Mitchell Robinson get into the game. He played the entire quarter, and he did get a lob play. And this is something where you say, yeah, more please.
Oh, definitely. And listen, this was a blowout loss, and you got to take some positives from it. And I'm going to take how Mitchell Robinson played. He looked really good. He looked healthy. Now, freeze it right there. There's Frank coming off the screen, drawing Tyler Johnson, the defense. Mitchell Robinson, the roll big. He knows. Go right to the basket, throw it anywhere within the vicinity, and his go-go gadget arms can catch it and dunk it. He was running up and down the floor really, really hard. You could tell he was hungry to prove and get his spot in the rotation back. Go ahead and run it. There's Frank. That's a nice little pass. Late defense by Haslam, the wily old vet. And Mitchell Robinson, that was an impressive catch and finish. That wasn't easy to do, to catch in the air while you're watching the ball find the rim
forward
and then finish. That's unbelievable, the athleticism that he has. He brings shot blocking, which we saw in that fourth quarter. He protects the rim. But I love the way he moved. He looked healthy. He's been dealing with that nagging ankle injury. I think he's been coming back a little too quick. So they kept him out a few games, said, hey, young fella, get right, get healthy. Then when you're right, you're going to be ready to go and ready to play. And he looked ready to go and ready to play tonight.
We'll see if he'll also be ready to play on Friday night. In just 12 minutes tonight, 4 points, 3 rebounds, and like Wally said, also a block shot for the rookie, Mitchell Robinson.